your thoughts? I mean, you spend all day, every day focused on content. How do you see this playing out?
I'm just gonna fire everybody and just go ChatGPT. Just save costs. No, I'm kidding. We have a huge editing and writing team. So for us, it's always been natural writing for the user and Google, right? We're writing specifically for Google. If Google doesn't find you, the user's never gonna find you. So we're experimenting with testing it. I haven't been impressed. My content manager is super strict when it comes to our writing style and what we do. And ChatGPT is not there for that, but the tools are amazing. To Jason's point, using ChatGPT to help optimize content that's already been created is absolutely amazing. So going after the 5 top listings in the SERPs and using that technology to gather all that information immediately for you, as opposed to hiring somebody else to do that work, has been very, very helpful in helping revamp that content. And I think for 2023, I think that's still the go. We've created so much content in the decade that now it's time to go in and refresh and continue refreshing that content, which we've been doing on many projects. And we're seeing amazing results from it because of it. And I think ChatGPT is coming at a good time, but I don't see any fear, right? I think spinning content, it's on another level from spinning content. You said it, we had a direct...
Spinning content, the idea of you have one page on motorcycle accidents in Oakland, and you just basically change the words around to make it for another county,
right,
another city. So basically the question is this just high-tech spinning, or is it more?
I think eventually it'll become that, right? I think there's a database of information that they're using for ChatGPT that isn't as big as Google's database. So it's calling, and eventually you're just gonna have a potential duplicate and redundancy of it all, because you're all pulling from the same pool as opposed to someone creating and actually using their mind. I think it's brilliant. I think it can be used as a tool. Your article was great on it with all the different versions and outlining and using it for research and different things that are going to help enhance the process and enhance SEO. But as far as it taking the job of a human, especially in legal, because you have to be so specific on what you can and cannot say, we're just not there yet.
So Maria, is this going to be a situation where it's not that you don't need content writers, but that it's going to, the process of writing will change? What are your thoughts on that?
I don't think we're there yet. I mean, maybe at some point, but you guys are in the your money, your life space, which is legal, medical, financial. And Google looks at these 3 sectors with, it's more strict, right? Because we're talking about the law. So you guys want to make sure that everything on your website is accurate. And it gets complicated because every state has a different law. So I don't know how advanced it is at this point that I would trust here, write an article that's like citing law. I don't think we're there yet. Maybe for research, but.
Can I add to what you said earlier about having the authority-ship to and the expertise? They recently added the E, so it went from.
Just come up, Alex. Just listen.
It went from. I'm actually working while you guys are sitting up here.
This is work.
It recently went from EAT to EAT. So what you were saying about having the lawyer's name at the bottom of the content is super important for that authority. So, just I wanted to give you props on that if you want to add to it.
Yeah. Jason wants to talk like that.
Also,
Stick 'em.
a lot of undivided attention also.
Best dressed man here. So what he's saying is, so there's everybody in this room, hopefully at this point, if you've come to enough of these, you've heard us kind of talk about EAT, right? Not because we're hungry, but EAT, expertise, authority, and trust, right? Google just came out with another thing, and this, we all believe, has to do with this AI, and it's another E, right? So it's EEAT, right? And the other E stands for experience, right? And so expertise, what is expertise, right? You can write content on your website that says that you have expertise, right? But you can't tell Google or anybody else that you have experience by writing content on your own website. How you get experience is by going to law school, right? And you link to your law school that you went to, and maybe you have a profile on the college university that links back to you, or you write for different websites, or you moderate panels for 15 years at the National Trial Lawyers, and you've got a profile on that website that has authority and trust that links back to you, right? So this is all the signals that AI can't just figure out on its own, right? They can write a piece of content, they can summarize things, but Google is a lot more sophisticated than just the content that goes on your website. And there's a lot more signals that Google's looking at. And so that's where you have to kind of contribute, and you have to do things that are remarkable, and you have to, basically just kind of show Google that you have experience, and that's the way you do it.
So along that line, and with the content and the experience there, a lot of times we'd always said, set yourself apart, make yourself different. When you are in a room or in a courtroom, have a personality, be very different, stand out, wear that pink suit, wear that plaid suit, right? And we've said that for online too, set yourself apart. But as AI grows, this is kind of just my thought process and what I think we're going towards, and where this AI written content will be helpful. There are only so many ways you can handle a car accident. You can handle a truck accident, right? There are only so many things you can deviate from the actual law. So in this industry, you can only write about those topics in a certain number of ways. I honestly believe, and the way that the bot learns is based on common phrases, right? The bot can equate this word with this word because it sees it often. You don't want to be the only firm writing in a sophisticated manner and using different words that Google sees all the time. Because when Google has to decide what does this word mean, and as it learns it, it's learning from the masses, right?